Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome again to our Mavi podcast. We really welcome you. If it's for the first time you watch this, you are more than welcome to our podcast. This is the fourth episode of Mavi podcast. I'm with Prince. Our cameraman is here, and I'm also here as Sylvester. Those who knows me, Bam Barege, the special one. Or Bamaradam Barege, the special one. Prince, welcome to this episode again, my guy. It's been few days after we've dropped our third episode, which did very well in terms of the views. But the things that I've noticed, Prince, in that previous episode, I don't know. We really appreciate your views, but the thing is, looks like you forget to subscribe. I'm not sure. What's your take on that one?
Yeah, I think the guys they forget to subscribe, but otherwise, we're really grateful for those
The
guys.
turnover was good,
Turnover was good. Numbers were well. As I'm checking in the numbers here, the numbers are doing quite well.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to you guys. My name is Prince. I'm the co-host of Mavi podcast. We welcome you guys. Thank you for engaging with us on our platform. It really gives us a great pleasure, and it really does us wonders. What do you think?
No, definitely we are doing very well. I know it's we are doing very well. I can't complain.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. I really appreciate the support that you're giving us.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, we really appreciate guys for everything, because any engagement that we get, you're trying to improve as much as we can.
Yeah.
And which is also good for us, because now we've entered into dipping into other parts of the things that we didn't know that we are good at.
Yeah.
So it's good for us.
It's actually good for us. It's worth it, guys. This is Mavi podcast. Don't forget to follow us and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Wherever you're watching it, continue spreading the word. Tell your friend, tell your family, even the colleague. Please share it and inform them about our podcast.
Yeah, I think so far so good. We are doing good. And guys, today it's only two of us that are going to give you a brief of what you know in terms of the mining sector. I know you guys on the comments there you wanted to hear more of the previous guests that we had, but today it's us. But as we promised, guys, next week we'll get a guest,
the right guest or the right person to
the right person to come and explain other things.
Yeah.
That I think so far it's not really we're not really doing.
No, we are doing good. Like honestly, like currently we are doing very well, guys. I don't know, our cameraman, what's your intake, bruh? Since we've started this, how do we see us? And just for your intake, so like how even the viewers to hear your voice.
For me, I think we're doing very well. I can't complain about how we're doing so far. So far, we're growing. I think we are growing.
Definitely.
Going to the right direction, I think so.
Do you hear this guy speaking his English in a nasal part? Oh my God, I think he must be in front of the camera. This two of you staying behind the camera. No.
I'm okay here.
Sure.
You should be in front of the camera, man. What's the use of you? You sound very, very nice, man. You should be here with us and engaging.
In time, I will make it there, I guess.
Sure,
So
sure.
now I'm good here. I am right now.
Yeah, I guess it also goes with time as well. It should give you some time. Then
Definitely,
you'll
definitely.
come and stay here. I mean, be here with us, and then you can engage on the camera.
Yeah.
I guess it also goes with personalities. Remember, where people got different personalities.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mm.
he will be there, man.
Definitely. So, Prince, since well we are still talking about these general things, can you just
Yeah.
maybe before you continue, just give us a quick review in terms of our YouTube channel?
YouTube
How is
channel.
it currently doing? Because based on the last time episode, like I said, we did very well. I don't know currently how is it currently doing. Maybe just a quick review.
With regards to our numbers, we are doing quite well. I wouldn't mention numbers. I wouldn't say in terms of numbers, but yeah,
We are
really
doing very well, eh?
We're doing very well. I think we should thank our viewers and community that we're building. Because so far so good. From the previous, remember from the first episode, second episode, there's been some quite nice improvements.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think it's all about consistency. The consistency that we're giving to the people, consistency that we're giving to the community. So they're also boosting our numbers as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, so far, but the look of things, we're doing good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Another thing that I've noticed while I was looking into the channel during the week, it's like I've noticed that we are actually covering both what you call both genders.
yeah,
Because last time I was checking the what do they call it, the analytics of the channel.
yeah.
It says 50% who are currently watching our podcast or who are visiting our channel. It's
Yeah.
50% it's female, 50% it's male.
It's male, yeah.
Which is very good.
Which is very good.
And in
because,
terms of the age wise,
yeah,
it's about from 22 to up to I think says 45 or 40. So
yeah.
that means whatever we're trying to do, guys, we are on the right
We're on
track.
the
We are on the right direction.
yeah, I think by look of things, which means we're covering mostly people who are already 23 upwards.
Yeah,
It shows
so
that we are really
we are definitely doing very
we're
well.
doing very well,
in
yeah.
terms of such stuff.
yeah. What I like is that we're not biased. We're not only focusing on one thing. I mean, we in terms of the genders, because you just mentioned the thing of the
Yeah,
genders.
yeah.
It shows that the topic that we mostly cover, they cover all genders,
All
and which is
genders,
also good, you know. So yeah,
So
and I think as we were talking off camera, we were talking about us covering different types of mining. So I think today is time that we should cover only only one type of mining, in which we will cover everything that goes in that
in that
in
particular
that particular mine.
yeah.
Type of
Because
mining.
like last time, guys, we
Yeah.
mentioned that you got different types of
Different
mining.
types
There's
of
surface
minings, yeah.
mining, there's underground
There's
mining.
underground
So
mining.
I believe today we need to just focus on the
Yeah.
certain part of
Certain parts of
like of mining, so
mines,
that
yeah.
we can make sure that we drill it to the core, because
Yeah.
that's our main goal, guys.
Yeah.
Since well we all know that whatever that it's been mined, it's deep down to the valleys of the earth.
Of the earth,
So
yeah.
we need to make sure that we give this information to the core of
Yeah,
it.
to
We
the
don't
core of
leave anything behind, so that
yeah.
we give the right information. And obviously, like we made a promise before, that we're gonna ensure that we bring the right people, the who are basically working on the mining industry. It's a very complex field. So we must teach each other and break it wherever possible, so that we give you the right info. We obviously gonna bring you the experts like we always do. We will definitely bring you the experts about I mean in mining. We will definitely do the best, or do whatever we can that is in our power, to make sure that we don't leave you behind in everything that we're gonna discuss, or anything that you'll suggest us to do, because like I said, it's our podcast. So you are also important in this. Maybe because, hence I said earlier that mining is a very complex field, guys. Maybe we must just touch a little bit of because there's mining, there's engineering in mining. So basically, the engineering is a supporting structure of mining. whereby mining. There's also miners, like people who goes there to the what you call to the main part of whatever that they are mining. Those are the miners and all that, but they cannot do it without engineering supporting them. So in mining, like we always said on our previous episodes, that mining it's a what you call, how can I put it? We both need each other in mining. So maybe we must just touch a little bit of engineering today. I'm not an expert. I will just say whatever the little info that I know, because in most cases, guys, it's quite challenging to read, unlike to listen onto something, because it's easier actually to listen instead of reading in most cases. So we will try and do our best wherever we can. So I will just share the little info that I know, or the little info that I've read about mining, and I'm still saying we will ensure that we bring the right people to talk about mining. So maybe so guys, the mining got different. We mentioned it previously that there's different types of mining. We got underground and inclines, right? There's underground mining. So on the underground mining, there's different types of transportation that people use to go underground. There's declines, where on the decline, it's an incline mining, whereby they use what you call mostly they use chairlifts. There's also LDVs that they use, that is specifically designed for underground. It's not just an ordinary buggies or the one that we all know. There are those that are designed specifically for underground. There's chairlifts and there's LDVs. And then on the vertical side, it's also underground. The vertical side, which is where my interest today is, on the vertical side, whereby it's a vertical shaft. People, when they go underground, there's different types of, there's different types of transportation. So on a shaft, there's what you call a main cage. That is the transport that people use to go underground. So it's a nice thing if you can look over it there. It's a nice thing. It's a nice thing. It's a well engineered uh, transportation, because it got there's a lot of what you call safety devices on it. Yeah, like I'm saying, on a shaft, there's a people they use cage. A cage is a transport that they use to go underground with it. It's a vertical shaft. There's different compartments on a shaft, which I believe we must bring the right people to talk about those kind of things on this platform. So this cage that is transporting people to underground, it's like it's I'm gonna just give you a scenario how it is. It's in a form of a box, ne? So whereby it's supported by the hoisting rope, and that rope it goes through there's what we call a sheave wheel. It goes through a sheave wheel, and then it goes back to the winders. There's a place that they call it a winder. That's where that rope that is supporting the cage, or the box that I'm talking of, it's at the winders in a drum form, whereby it coils itself it coils on the drum. and behind the drum, there is the driver, the person who controls the cage. That person, they call it a winder engine driver. We will make sure that we get such people so that they can tell us exactly how does the operation work, how do they how what's a way in, or how do they get where to be the winding engine driver? What does it takes actually to be a winding engine driver? So there's a drum, there's the driver that's actually overseeing the whole thing, the cage. And then on the cage side, on the shaft side, there's people who's communicating, or the person that is communicating with the driver through signals. So there's different types of signals that it's used in a means of communication between the driver and the personnel on the shaft. They call them the banksman, and then the banksman is the one that is actually staying on the surface side. Underground, there's another person that is traveling with these people that are going underground. So that person, they call him what, the onsetter. The onsetter is the person that is traveling with the cage to underground, transporting these people to different levels. So the onsetter is communicating with the bank, with the banksman, and the banksman communicate with the driver, and the onsetter can communicate straight to the to the winder engine driver through signal, obviously. So that's basically what is going around, what's going on a shaft in terms of transportation of people. There's a cage, and then the cage it's supported, or it's connected to the rope, and to, and from the rope goes through the sheave wheel, from the sheave wheel to the drums, and then we got a complete components. Obviously, there's different safety devices interlocked to control this main cage. It's a very interesting thing. I would have liked if maybe we had someone who really understand this, who is actually currently doing or working as a banksman, or as a onsetter, or as a winding engine driver. But I'm promising you that we will bring those kind of people into this podcast, so that they give you the right info. They teach us how exactly is everything working in this mining, especially on the shaft, since we are talking about the shaft. Since I'm talking about the shaft. So it's a very interesting thing, and there's different devices. I mean, safety devices that are in place to ensure that it doesn't injure people. It doesn't, there's different safety devices. Everything it's intact, and those winders are licensed, which they are sometimes, yeah, they are being audited. I think it's 5 years. This yeah, after 5 years, I think there's audits that need to be taken. I mean, to take place on the winders. Please, if maybe I'm not giving the right info, please just share it with us, and then we can discuss it, and we can share and teach someone who's interested about mining, who has been thinking exactly how does mining work. So there's audits, there's inspection that are being conducted on the winders, on the rope, on the cage itself. There's daily inspection that are being done on the main cage, on the rope, on the drums. Like there's a whole lot of uh, safety that is in place to ensure that the mining crew, or everyone that is going underground, he goes there safe, without any problem, without any hiccup. So mining is very interested, guys. Maybe for example, in terms of safety devices that are in place for your cage. Remember, the cage, like I said, it's in a form of a box. So it's in a form of a box, right? So that means there's a, before you get into into the cage itself, there's a gate. That gate, it's interlocked with the with a cage. It's interlocked with the cage. We will get the right people to explain it to you guys. That's a little info that I know about mining. And again, the other one that I know, it's there's also the like, since well this thing it's moving like up and down, up and down. So another safety device is that it's in place. It's when it goes overwind. They call it overwind. It must trip when it past the desired level, so that it mustn't go all the way out. So there's also a device that is controlling the movement of going up and the movement of going completely down. There's all of those devices that are in place, overwinds and underwinds. And then there's what they call it, the jack catches. That is one of the safety devices that is in place when it goes up. So when it goes up, what's happening is, in case it happens that it goes up, which I don't, it can go that way, right? Because there's a lot of safety devices before it can reach there. There's a lot of devices that will stop it to reach there. But just for information's sake, if it goes there, if it passes all, should all the devices fails, the last resort that must catch, that must save the cage and everyone that will maybe be in it. When it goes up, it's what they call it, the jack catches. So it basically, it's like the teeth. So when because the cage on its own, it got something like a, it's also the teeth on the side. I don't know what do they call it. Maybe one of the good days when we get the boiler makers, because that I believe it's part of boiler making. It got something like the plates on the side. Looks like a teeth as well. Yeah, it looks like a teeth. So when that thing goes up, completely up, there's another one on top which catches the teeth. So, and then it rests, or the cage rests onto the, what you call, onto those teeth, or the jack catches, just maybe for a proper technical word. They call it the jack catches. It catches that thing, so it cannot move. The only part that will move, it will be the rope. And the rope also, it will move it will move out from the cage, because the cage, the rope is connected to the humble hook. They call it the humble hook. It's connected to the humble hook, and the humble hook, it's the one that is actually linking the cage and the rope. So the rope is connected to the humble hook, and then the humble hook, it's linking the cage. So when it goes up, it will rest onto the jack catches. It will rest onto the jack catches, and then the humble hook, it's like a scissor. There's a scissor actually on the humble hook. It will shear the copper shear pin. There's a copper shear pin in it. It will shear it, and then that scissor will open, and then the rope, it will open, and the rope will go completely out, and then the humble hook will rest on the jack catches. I believe I'm explaining it the right way, guys. If not, please let us talk about it. Let us teach each other how is it done, and how do you know it there back home, because I know there's expert in mining, there's expert in engineering. Me, I'm just sharing the little info that I've read, the little that I know. I'm not an expert in this. So that's how it works, guys. And then there's a underwind. It's also a safety device. Understand? There's a lot of devices in place, guys. And then the what other devices that are in place? There's a lot, because there's also electrical side of it, which we will definitely get people who knows a lot about these things, the expert who knows about this kind of things, guys. And then the rope on its own, it's also, there's legals that needs to be conducted on the rope, because it carries life, guys. So it needs to be there's engineers that are ensuring that these things are done before they are being installed on those cages. They are safe and everything is in place, like the tensile strength that needs to carry. I mean, the tensile strength of the rope. It's those things that the engineers, they know how to to work it out, or they know how to ensure that they are in place. Obviously, the installation of a new rope, it must have the manufacturer's date. It must have the proper diameter of the rope needs to be known, the length and the rope construction. There's a different type of ropes as well. What type of a rope that needs to be installed on the winder, depending on that depend on the well as a on the length and the length of a shaft on its own. And there's a lot of aspects, guys, that needs to be taken into consideration during installation of a new rope. Because, like I said, these things, they carry life. They carry a lot of people's lives. So it needs to be done by professionals, people who understand a lot about them, not just uh, people who learn. It needs to be done by professionals, guys. That's what I'm saying. I'll ensure that we bring you the right people to explain everything about this stuff that I've been talking of. There's a lot of interesting info in this, guys. Like the rope, like I'm saying, after installation, obviously there's an inspection that needs to be done, which are done by the professionals as well. The rope inspection. The rope needs to be inspected by the right people, by the experts. So they call it the EMT, electromagnetic testing. It needs to be tested properly by the right people. So we will try by all means to bring you the right people to come and talk about mining and the importance of the stuff that needs to be done, or everything that needs to be done in mining. It's interesting, very, very interesting, guys. The rope needs to be inspected after installation, and obviously it needs to be inspected daily by the right people, by the riggers. The riggers needs to inspect the rope, because the riggers, like we mentioned them on one of our episodes, that riggers, they are part of the artisans. So the riggers inspect the rope, and the boiler makers inspect this box I was talking about, this cage I was talking about. They inspect that, and the fitters, they inspect the humble hook, that part that that it's linking the cage and the rope. The fitters, they inspect that part, and the electrician, that's what you call the coil on top of the just above the humble loop onto the rope. Depends where most of the time that's where it get installed, above the humble loop on the rope. For it's also a part of communication. It's part of communication. So the electrician, they are responsible for the electrical part of it, and the riggers are responsible for the ropes, and then the boiler makers are responsible for the whole cage and the dolly wheels. There's the cage on its own got the wheel. There's a wheel on top. There's a wheel on underneath. So those are such stuff that the the boiler makers they are looking into. But all of those people, when they are doing the inspection, they are combined, they are one. Because obviously, a boiler maker got two eyes. So he might miss something that the rigger can see. So they are together on this thing when they are doing the dailies. They are doing it together. It's one team. They both need each other. So they just overseeing and to ensure that the cage is safe before people goes into it to underground. It's done daily. It's one of the legal requirement on the mining or on the engineering, and those people needs to be legally appointed by the professionals, obviously by your engineers or by your engineers. So mining is a very, very interesting thing, guys, especially engineering side of it. It's very, very interesting when you look at it on a broader picture. So, like I've been saying, we will make sure that we bring the right people to come and give us the right information of or on this type of conversation or aspects. There's even different types of ropes. There's different types of rope, guys, that they are installed. Like I said, depends on many aspects on what to install. And actually, I feel like I've been talking a lot. But just maybe before we close this, I would like to say, I would like to congratulate the guys that traveled from from Bakersford to Cape Town with the bicycle. So for reaching their destiny and for reaching their dreams, because I believe it's what they've set for themselves to reach there with the bicycles. That shows the commitment and the desire or how they wanted to do this. I just want to say congratulations to them for reaching there. So it really shows, guys, that whatever that you want to do, if you really put the mind and everything into it, everything is possible. You need just to be committed and be patient, and you must just trust the process. Everything will happen at the right time, at its own time. Just be patient, be committed, just show up. That's the little message that I'm gonna leave you with for today. And maybe lastly, in closing, guys, since it's the Easter breaks, please, guys, let's be safe on the road. Let's be patient to one another. Let's make sure that we arrive onto our various places or wherever that we'll be traveling to. Let's be safe on the road, guys, because most of the guys, they'll be traveling away, mainly for churches and all that. So please just be safe wherever you are. Relax. When you feel like you're tired, don't force, no road rage. Just take care, guys. We would like to see you again watching this podcast again next week on same channel, same place. We really like you guys. Take care on the road. Appreciate you. We are doing this out of love. We are bringing it to help everyone that is sitting at home that really want to know how does mining work, or everyone that has been asking himself or herself that these people, they say they are working underground, but how do they get there? So we are here for you guys. We are here to ensure that we give it to you whichever way we can. We also urge the right people who knows, the experts out there that are watching this Mavi podcast, to come forward to share the information that they have so that we teach someone who's interested in joining mining or who is just curious about mining. There's a lot of info, there's a lot of interesting thing, guys. Let's talk about it. And I'm telling you that we will make sure that we go deeper, deeper, deeper. Since, well, what we are mining, it's in the, what do they call it? The valleys, deep, deep, deep to the valleys of the earth. So we will make sure that we go deep, 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 deep to the core of mining to bring you the right information. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching this episode. Go and spread the word about Mavi podcast. This podcast, it's ours. We are together on this. We must keep this wheel moving. Thank you. Till we meet again on the next episode of Mavi podcast, whereby we bring you the right people, the expert about mining. Thank you. I love you. Keep well.